Wow. Thank you for that introduction. In a room full of Panthers. Feel good. Good evening to you. An honor and a pleasure, because my mother wanted me to be a minister, and told her I'm getting close to the pulpit because I represent gospel artists. Before I get started, I got to do what I have always been taught to do. You got to thank God for your being here. You got to love and respect those in the room. So, first of all, are there any Prairie Veiw officials in the room? If you would, please stand. Well, we are the result of their leadership, so I say they deserve a round of applause. They may not be here, but Prairie Veiw leaders, and I follow in their footsteps. Any elected officials in the room tonight? Anyone running for an elected office in the room tonight? Well, I thank them too. Just know, as I get into the program tonight, you'll know why I ask those questions. I'm sure I got some veterans in the room, and if you would please, if you served our country, stand, because we owe you. If there any veterans in the room, please stand. We owe you a great deal of gratitude, and we thank you for serving our country and keeping us safe. We're going to move on to the board members tonight. Thanks for having me. The board members, please, Madam President, I'd like to see the board members, if you would, stand. Because tonight's about those that served us, those that made Prairie Veiw stay strong. Please stand. Please stand. To our board members, the leaders of the Alumni Association of Woodland County. Thank you. Thank you. Guess what? If you haven't stood, you're one of two things. You're either an attendee or you're a friend of someone that attended Prairie Veiw A&M University. Prairie Veiw A&M attendees, please raise your hand. I want to know how purple and gold it is in this room. That's Prairie Veiw. We're Prairie Veiw strong. Prairie Veiw strong. For those that didn't raise your hand, that means you either married into Prairie Veiw, you're a friend of Prairie Veiw, you are a neighbor of Prairie Veiw. Somewhere you came in contact with somebody from Prairie Veiw. You joined us tonight, and we thank you. Thank you for being part of the Prairie Veiw A&M family. I was told whenever you take the mic and somebody's eating, you got to do one or two things. I've either got to be funny or I got to be fast. I'm not that funny, so I'm going to try to keep the program moving so I keep your attention. Talk a little bit about Prairie Veiw. Get down to some of the business. I'm a Prairie Veiw graduate in 1983. I'm glad to be in a room with some of these young minds, these young scholars that I got a chance to interview tonight, sort of talk with them about their future. And a lot of my alumni, I'm quite seasoned, and some of you may be a bit more seasoned than me. I look up to you. I thank you for it. And we're going to have some fun tonight, because I'm going to tell you a little bit about Prairie Veiw. And I'm going to tell you a little bit about who made Prairie Veiw, what it is. It's about the people. And that's why I was asked tonight to talk about Prairie Veiw producing productive people. Okay. You know, I'll give you the definition of people, but it's unfair for me to do that before I tell you about what being productive is and producing is, and I'll get into that. But I'm going to take you back historically to Alta Vista Plantation. That's what Prairie Veiw was before it became a university. It's a land-grant university. Purchased for $15,000. And I guarantee you that's the best $15,000 that I can identify that's ever been spent, that I can relate to. One thing about it was the home of former slaves, and I was doing a tour with Mayor Jackson, taking Microsoft down there. They said I'm one of the trustees on the foundation, so we're trying to raise money to build this new stadium that I'm impressed with. I hope you are. But as we went to the center of Prairie Veiw, and we were talking about the history and realizing that that's the last location of slaves in the state of Texas. Don't know if you knew that. You know about Juneteenth, right? Well, guess what? They got freed on August 25th. Yeah, just imagine the people coming in from down in Galveston going, we free. You know, it's June 20th. People at Prairie Veiw going, no, we didn't get that message. The one thing I know about our young people that got Facebook and Twitter, so there's Hulu and Google Circle, and she gave you my resume so you can tell I'm not that young. But But I can't go back and say the word didn't travel as well back then. But the word traveled when it was the right time, because there was a young man by the name of Reverend Martin Luther King Jr. that he had 1 million people show up in Washington, D.C. on time. And he didn't have Facebook or Twitter. So never use the excuse that we can't get the word out. And what I want you to remember from today moving forward, there's 2 things about Prairie View that I'm going to leave you with tonight, and I'm going to say it so many times it'll resonate in your mind and you'll never be able to forget it, and I promise you that, is that Prairie View produces productive people. And we've got a motto, and I don't know if you know that, but you should. And the motto is, our tradition is your opportunity. So young people in this room, remember that. Our tradition is your opportunity. And that's the same thing that was given to me back when I was in Prairie View in the early 80s. So I want to get a little bit further into Prairie View University, as I said, founded in 1876. A long time ago. It is the second oldest state-sponsored institution in the state of Texas of higher education. Do you know who beat us? Come on now, somebody's got their history and their homework. Who? No, Paul Quinn. Paul Quinn, that's first. 1872. So if there's anybody here from Paul Quinn, thank you. Open that gate for Prairie View, because the colors are kind of similar, but they're not that purple and gold. Prairie View offers, and I'll get down to some of the good business, 50 academic majors. I want you to know what you've been a part of and who's made it that rich purple and that valuable gold. We've got 50 academic majors. We got 37 master's degree programs. We've got 4 doctoral degree programs. We've got 9 colleges. That's a lot to be proud of. Prairie View leads this nation in producing African-American architects. Any architects in the room? Prairie View leads the nation in African-American architecture. That's big. Please know that it's so important that we continue to instill in these young students. And I'm going to keep their attention, because when I start telling them about these rappers and the ones that attended Prairie View that are ranked number 2 in the United States behind Dr. Dre, then my young people know that. And I got quiet, but I got wide eyes from that on, that little young circle over there. It's the truth. So you're going to learn a little bit from me tonight. I'm going to keep this intellectually stimulating, I guarantee. Let's talk about Prairie View producing productive people. Let's stay it all night, so get ready for it. Hey, there's academic program, we got 9. And when I mention yours, I want to hear you applauding. The College of Agriculture and Human Sciences. Who graduated from that school? School of Agriculture. Where's my Aggie at in here? Let me hear it from you. You can't not have a room with this many people and nobody graduated from the School of Agriculture. The Morgan and June Bradford College of Arts and Science. College of Arts and Science. Okay, I'm leaving. College of Business. Right here. College of Education. The Roy G. Perry College of Engineering. The College of Juvenile Justice and Psychology. The College of Nursing, there's none better. College of Nursing. Thank you. Gotta get a little bit of my interface work out of the way. Let's talk a little bit about Prairie View. School hadn't started yet, 2015, but I'm gonna give you the best I can. Where we are, where we're going, what we have to offer, and that little young people are gonna keep watching all night so that we can make it as successful as we can. That is our obligation, that is our duty, and that's what we're gonna do. 2014. Prairie View enrolled a total of 8,343 students. 8,343 students. We've got 6,932 undergraduates on Prairie View's campus last semester. Wow. I didn't say we had 6,932 in jail. I said we had 6,932 undergraduates. 165 students in master's program. You better believe most of them look like us. I know doctoral degrees are not easy to get, but there's 146 of them over there trying to get a doctorate so we can respect them and understand and where they strike. That's what Prairie Veiw is about. Prairie Veiw produces productive people. Again, our model, our tradition. See, Prairie Veiw, definitionally, and I didn't go on Google or Wikipedia. I'm old school, you know, I'm over 50, so y'all knew that. But I look at what is the prairie? You know, it's a land in or predominantly in grass. It's in a large area. It's either level, rolling land, and it's in its natural, uncultivated state. That sounds like I'm describing students. I guarantee you, I thought about it. Uncultivated, it's just out here, raw, unshaped, and it usually has deep and fertile soil. Okay, let me say that again. Deep and fertile soil. Prairie Veiw produces productive people. All right, uncultivated kids walking on that campus, just well fertile, to get an education, go out and try to make this world a better place. That's Prairie Veiw University. Here we go. And the second part is probably more about everybody in this room, because what is a view? I don't mean the television show. You start looking at a view. Well, first thing you think they talk about Prairie Veiw and you're looking across it, but hey, it's another definition of view. It's an opinion. It's a way of thinking about something. Hey, it's a thing that can be seen from a particular place. So again, it's an opinion or a way of thinking about something. And I think that everybody in this room has an opinion about Prairie Veiw University. And it can't be bad, or they wouldn't be sitting here tonight. So I thank you again. In my opinion, Prairie Veiw produces productive people. Now, let's talk. I know, I'm having fun. But I gotta let you know though, one thing about producing, because it's all going to circle right back into your education. Hey, if you're going to produce something, that's to bring it into existence. That's to give rise to it, to cause it, to bring it into existence by intellectual ability. That's what producing is. You are bringing it in to cause by intellectual ability. You make it, you manufacture it, you bring it forth to give birth to it. That's what Prairie Veiw does. It gives birth to productive people. One thing about it is that it's also got a financial value to it when you're building something and you're producing it. You bring it forward, you bring it, you have a view, you want someone to notice it, you exhibit it, you bring it before the public, you want to extend it, you want to prolong it, you created it, you've either worked it, you brought it forth, you yielded it, it's like an offspring. I'll tell you what, you created economic value. It's called education. It's called education. And whoever came up with some of these slogans, a man is a terrible thing to waste. Wow, boy, they right on point. Knowledge is power. That's the best one yet. Think about it. Knowledge is power. So please understand, and I'm keeping looking at this young table. I'm working with them as well, because I'm going to walk us down the line and start looking at technology. Prairie Veiw produces productive people. Now let's get into production. And I only got the other two with production and the people. And that's going to take me right into the rest of the night. Now give me a team, you go right with me. I promise you that. Production. Productive. Okay, that's having the power to produce. The power of production, to generate it, to create it. Producing productive people. We've got that energy. We've got the power to produce readily, abundantly, what is fertile. Causing it to happen, to bring it about. That's what producing productive people is all about. And again, the one thing about the definitions is they try to describe that entity or an instrument so they can understand what it really means. And it comes right back to economics. Producing or tendering a product, a good, or service has an exchange of value. Prairie Veiw is educating kids. We're producing productive people for what? So that they can make contributions to this country in a positive way to bring about economic change. Last thing I'm going to share with you is the last word of people. People is the plurality of persons. considered as a whole. It's a group. Be it an ethnic group or as a nation. Well, me being old selfish me over at Prairie Veiw, I think it's a nation. And I think the group is Prairie Veiw Nation. Prairie Veiw Nation, Prairie Veiw Nation. That's what we're tonight. And guess what? We populated this nation. We make a difference in this world. You'll hear me talk about it in the train before I walk away from the podium. You will listen to the little kid that's living in Holly Hall, born in the campus, and the campus was not enough to date than the other day for young people. And the heater didn't always work. And air conditioning didn't either, but I guarantee you one thing, it still produced Prairie Veiw produces productive people. I am having fun. Let's just look at this world. Let's just look at how things are going and what has changed. And we talked a little bit about what I've done, some of the towns I represent, some of the television shows, and I represent this to you. We make a difference. I'm a double HBCU. I graduated from Prairie Veiw, but I graduated from 30 Martin School of Law. I believe HBCU. I know that we deliver. I know when I'm over there talking to them about Grey's Anatomy or the Steve Harvey Show or Family Feud, and whenever you're watching these shows, did you know that Prairie Veiw negotiated them deals? That's your show. That is your show. That's what we got to be proud of us. I guarantee you, I tell everybody I went to Prairie Veiw. I don't want to mistaken people doing it. I didn't go to Harvard, plus those that did. I went to Prairie Veiw. I believe purple and gold for two reasons. Omega Psi Phi is the other one. Let's look at the world as it's been put before us by Prairie Veiw A&M alumni, because if you don't know it, you need to know it, and you'll walk proud, you'll walk tall, and I hope you leave here bragging about them, because I believe in them, and I know the world wouldn't be what it was without them. I'll start off with a young man by the name of Mr. T. Yeah, he's an American actor, best known for the 18. That series on television. It was a syndicated show, but he was also on Sylvester Stallone